In the last video, I explained taints and tolerations in Kubernetes. Just to recap, taints are applied on a node and tolerations are applied on pods. Together, they control whether a pod can run on a node or not. Let's look at what happens in the background and the limitations of using only taints and tolerations. Let's start with the scenario 1. If a pod has a toleration but the node doesn't have a taint, the scheduler will still place the pod on that node. This means the pod is not restricted to tainted nodes. It can run on both tainted and untainted nodes. For the scenario 2, if a pod has no toleration but the node has a taint, the scheduler will not place the pod there since it doesn't tolerate it. For the scenario 3, if a pod has a toleration that matches the taint on node, the scheduler will place the pod on that node. So what you can see the limitation here is, the issue is that pods with tolerations can still run on untainted nodes. So if you want your pod to run only on a specific node, taints and tolerations alone won't work. They act as one layer of control. To be strict about pod placement, you need Node Affinity. Let's understand Node Affinity with a simple example. Suppose your Kubernetes cluster has 3 nodes, Node 1, Node 2 and Node 3. You want to run your pod to run only on the Node 1 and no other node should schedule this pod. In this scenario, taints and tolerations won't work because if you just use them, the pod could still run on any node that doesn't have a taint. So if you want your pod to run strictly on node 1, you need to use Node Affinity. With Node Affinity, the pod will be scheduled 100% on node 1. Let me explain with a simple demo. I start by running kubectl get nodes. As you can see, I have 2 nodes running in my Kubernetes cluster. Next, I apply a taint on my first node by running kubectl taint with the key team equal to finance and the effect no schedule. The taint is successfully created on the node. To verify, I run kubectl describe node command. As you can see, the taint is created. Now I create a label on the same node by running kubectl label node and the node name with the key team and the value finance. To confirm, I run kubectl get nodes -- show labels command. And as you can see, the label has been applied successfully. Next, I create a deployment file. In this deployment file, I add a toleration with the key theme and the value finance and the effect no schedule, which matches the node 1. A Node Affinity rule with the matching expression team equal to finance. I apply this manifest file. As you can see, the pod is created. Now let's verify where the pod has been scheduled. Our intention in this demo is to run the pod only on our specified node using Node Affinity. First, I run kubectl get nodes and then check the pod scheduling details. As you can see, the pod is scheduled on node 1 exactly as we expected. With Node Affinity, you can ensure that your pods runs on the specific nodes you desire. Thanks for watching and see you on day 41.